One. All right, people, your boy man Mike here coming at you guys with a impromptu, random as hell live segment of the Red Cup Rants. But you're probably trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Who is this guy? This guy, Kevin, good friend, and he's probably one of the realest, most passionate Falcons fans that I know. Um, and a lot of you guys, I've said this before. How many times have I asked you guys to come on the show? Fans, real fans, like myself, like Kevin, and pretty much just ask you guys, just come on and talk. Just have a conversation with me. And this is what it's about, man. It's about real Atlanta Falcons fans. And I want Kevin. I'm about to put him on the spot. I want him to tell me who his favorite college team is.
Oh, you really want to go there? Do, do I
Yeah, we're
do I
going there.
do I need to show the socks off?
Hey, I want to see him. I want to see it. Where they
Hold
at?
on.
Where
There you go. Look.
at? Oh, you know what? You know I
What?
had to do it to you. You know I had to do it to you. You
Hey,
ain't
hey,
coming up here. You ain't coming up here.
I ain't scared. I ain't scared of y'all bulldogs. I'm used to
All right. Okay. Okay. Okay, man. I'm sure you used to them 70 runs every game too, huh?
it. Don't remind me of that. So,
Hey, man. Let me ask you about Georgia Tech. I know this Falcon, but I know we got a lot of Georgia Tech fans out here, man. Um, I really want to know what a lot of you Tech fans, what are your true feelings about the past and the future of Georgia Tech football? Do you think this is a positive move? Finally getting rid of Mr. Paul 2000. Well, I can't even say 2000. I say 1920 Paul Johnson.
you mean 1875, Paul?
1875. That's what it
See,
is.
they did so much running, you thought it was the Boston Marathon.
Hey, man, look. What's the bright spot? Like, truly, what is the bright spot of just being a Tech fan? Like, what's the bright spot? I know a lot of Georgia Bulldogs fans like to say, you know, we are we are the elite. We are that team. Um, what Georgia's the standard. A lot of people say Georgia is the standard. What is the bright spot being a Georgia Tech fan?
Well, I can only say for me, well, if you like a good underdog story, like I said, Georgia Tech is where it's at. I mean, like I said, there was a point in time when Tech was running this city too.
Hmm.
Like
Remind them about the championship. Remind them about the Bulldogs who don't know about the championship.
1990. That's the only one we got. Just like that. That's all we got that one. So we pretty much the same thing. But like I said, I know for me, like I said, I just want to do something besides running this city. I just want to and I just want to do something. I just want to cheer for something a little different. Cheer for the underdog.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm still sick
So,
of y'all beating our asses every year, but we just say,
hey, that's if you do something besides run the damn ball every play, you will have a chance. Or try to recruit a real quarterback for a chance.
oh my
Maybe
god.
you'll have a chance to do something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you had to do a chance to do something.
Well, I can say the same for y'all too.
Wow. 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 See, you had to go there. You had to
Hey,
go there. Come on, and I
hey,
hate.
hey, you was about to go there, so I had to go first. Fuck it.
Hey, man, look. Hey man, look, everybody know how I feel about Georgia and the quarterback that recently won a lot of controversies. We're
Mm.
talking about Mr. Frum, man. I've been telling people for the past how many years this guy's absolute garbage, and you finally see exactly what he is and what he's been all this time. For
Oh, you
me,
talk.
man, oh, we're talking about that dude. We're talking about that dude, man. Let me.
I'm about to say,
I know this is. I know this is absolutely all right. This is absolutely. This is about Atlanta Falcons talk, but I want to get your thoughts on that Jake Fromm and this controversy. Do you think he believes everything that he said? Whether it was real or he was just a young kid who get caught up in the, just talking, homeboy talk. You know what I'm saying? You sitting in front of your homeboys and y'all just saying crazy stuff, man. You think it was just one of those cases where he was just sitting in front of his homeboys and, said something that, a lot of stuff don't get said when, amongst your homeboys and you say stuff and that thing you know, everything is on Twitter right now. You think you believe everything that he said, or he just, like I said, it's just homeboy talk. It's just sitting with your boys, you drinking one, and all of a sudden some crazy shit come out of your mouth. You think that's what the issue was with him?
well, for one thing, they caught him in a text. So that shows you what type of people he like to hang around with and the kind of crowd he like to be.
Mm, mm,
I
yeah.
mean, you can kind of tell with the situation where you feel like he was not the quarterback for Georgia, but they forced him down your throat.
Hmm.
Now, I know he's sorry that he got caught, but hey, the first response is the truest feeling.
That's how I see it, man. I don't think when you say something like that, like I said, when you say something like that, and again, man, I don't like to dabble in a lot of um, negativity a lot, but man, we're in a state right now, and a lot just sports in general, where at some point you're gonna have to speak up. You have to talk about certain things that makes you uncomfortable, and you're gonna get called out at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? And personally, man, that dude, he got everything that he deserved. To be honest, man, everything, all the heat that he's getting right now, I believe he getting. He was absolutely truthful with what, and like you said, that tells you the type of people that he hangs around. If you got people recording you, you got people, screenshotting everything that you say. Look, man,
Mm-hmm.
are those really your true friends? You're seeing it now, man. You're seeing it now. But other than that, man, I want to get your thoughts. I want to get to the nitty gritty. Like I said, this is Atlanta Falcons football talk for the most part, and I want to get your thought. Like I said, you probably one of the most honest, brilliant Atlanta Falcons fans I know, because I know a lot of Falcons fans think they know what they know, but they don't know a damn thing when it all comes down to it, man. They still talking about Matt Ryan overrated. I don't know how many videos I done made to prove that this guy is who I say he is. All right, who do you think when it comes down to it? I want to know your thoughts on Matt Ryan and truth and about Matt Ryan's. Is he a Hall of Famer? Is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer? Right. If he ended his career right now, do you think he is one, a for sure a bona fide Hall of Famer, or two, he's a borderline Hall of Famer? Do you think, or even three, you don't think he's a Hall of Famer? What do you think about Matt Ryan? The truth of the matter about Matt Ryan, man.
Well, the first thing you got to look at is the people that say that he's overrated. Like, what standard are you holding him to make you think he's overrated? Because
Mm,
if you look at a lot of the quarterbacks, like I said, you put Matthew Stafford over Matt Ryan. No. Dak Prescott over Matt Ryan.
Oh hell
No.
no.
Yeah, no. Like I said, he might not be considered the top tier quarterback in the league, but he's definitely in that top 10 Hall of Famer. Definitely, because the numbers speak for itself. All the combat victories,
Mm-hmm.
win a lot of games. Now, my only thing with Matt Ryan is sometimes he's too much of a goody two shoes guy, and
Man,
when the situation where he needs to make a play or he needs to change something, it seemed like he's too scared to change the play. I've seen quite a few plays that he did, but outside of that, he's one of the top
what about
quarterbacks
the
in the
Super
league right
Bowl?
now.
What about the Super Bowl, man? A lot of people said, even Roddy White. I don't know if you remember this, but Roddy White said during the Super Bowl, like if he was Matt Ryan or he was Julio Jones, if he was in the game, he would have purposely jumped offside so we wouldn't run that play. Would you? Do you think Matt Ryan should have done something like that?
Yeah, but before it got to that point, like I said, you you keep rolling with what's getting you there. I mean, you up by 25. The running game is your friend. The clock is their enemy. Like I said, you've been in the game long enough to know that. I mean, like I said, even if you and Shanahan get into it or something about, oh, why you didn't run this play like that, like I said, you've been in there long enough to know, okay, I need to run this ball, I need to run this clock down instead of
Mm-hmm.
running plays with 20 seconds left on the play clock. That's what a lot of people don't didn't pay attention to.
They don't. They don't. They really don't. That's the same thing that kind of happened in LA. They run kind of the same system where the coach, the play caller, has all pretty much all of the power when it comes down to it. He can't like when you got 10 seconds when the offensive coordinator get the ball. I don't know a lot of people actually play football, but when the play call gets in with 15 seconds or less than 15 seconds, you get the play in at 15 seconds. All right. This is how it goes. They got the play in at 15 seconds. Kyle
Right.
Shanahan likes to get the play in at 15 seconds. Then he has about 5 seconds to call the plays out to the player. So you have like 10 seconds to get everyone lined up to audible and read the defense all in one. Bro, how like what do you expect from this man? With 10 seconds and like 10 seconds on the clock
That's not
to
enough time.
call the audible. Is that enough? Is that enough time, bro?
That's not enough time. That play's got to be in about 20 seconds. Then you let him make his adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if you just getting the play in with 15 seconds left on the play clock, and you leaving the huddle at 10 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
shit, you screwed.
And and see that's why I say a lot of Falcons fans don't understand the small nuances of football. It's like, yeah, Matt Ryan could have did this and then that, but it's like we've seen this over and over again. How many times has a player not hit when he doesn't hear the play call? You got that's another 2 or 3 seconds that you burn to try to get the play to the players who didn't hear it. So it
Right.
just doesn't like if you don't get that play in around 20 seconds, if you don't get that play, you have absolutely no chance to audible. And I've heard people over and over again say, Matt Ryan, why he didn't audible? Bro, he got the play in at 15 seconds. That's not enough. You
Right.
got 30 seconds to call a play. You got 30 seconds to line up. You got 30 seconds to send in substitutions, things of that nature. And each player doesn't necessarily know which play. So they got, like I said, somebody might not hear it because the crowd is too loud or something like that. And like I said, man, it's a lot of small nuances of the of football that people just don't realize, and you just can't go changing plays all willy nilly because you saw the shit on Mad. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't Madden, bro. You can't just call. You can't just call a timeout. You just can't say that Matt Ryan should have done it. It doesn't work that way, man.
But that sound like motherfuckers that play Call of Duty think they can shoot a gun. It's the same thing. Nah, it don't
Hey,
work like
hey, man. I want to get in the chat. Anthony Wright, Rashad Edgelon. All you guys, we appreciate you for this random, random. All right, 21 people. If y'all have not subscribed to the channel, if you guys are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button, man. Hell, if y'all feel like it, hell, give your boy a super chat, man. I ain't look. I appreciate every little thing we can get. Everything that I do goes straight into making this channel the number one source of Atlanta Falcons news and talk, man. Y'all already know. Y'all
that. Yes,
already
sir.
know. X Matt Mike segment. All right. It's an X Matt Mike segment where you guys will be heard. And like I said, this guy right here, a true Atlanta Falcons fan. He just decided he just wanted to do a show with me. He's just like you. I'm just like y'all. So man, bring your asses. All right. I'm ready for you. This is what Red Cup Rants, Matt Mike Sports is all about, man. That's all
Yeah.
about the people and the fans, man. Um, I want to get on the defensive side of the ball. I want to get on the defensive side of the ball. This is, I think you smiling for this shit. I know you love it. I know you love this, right?
Hey, defense wins championships, man.
Hey, man,
Defense
that's what it is.
that's got to be like
What are your expectations? What do you want to see starting up front, the defensive line?
defensive line.
And work your way back and work your way back.
So defensive line, like I said, Grady Jarrett gonna do what he do.
Hmm.
That's the alpha dog. You got the psycho next to him, Marlon Davidson, who want to hurt somebody. Like I
Mm.
said, you got some nasty boys up there. And tell Tat McKinley stop being emotional and get enough, please.
Hey man, that's tack.
He got, like I said, he got the motor. He just don't have the move.
They don't. They got to work on something else in that bull rush, man. These dudes 330 pounds, 340 pounds, 6'7", 6'8". Bro,
Yeah,
that bull rush is not gonna work. That bull rush is not working anymore. Not on
yeah,
them
like,
big dudes.
yeah, no, that's like running to the damn ice cream man. It ain't gonna work. You can't run to him unless he stops.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. It can't happen, man. It can't
But
happen, man.
but like I said, my sleeper on that defensive line right now is Brian Kaminsky.
Ooh,
I like him.
ooh.
He reminds me of Jared Allen in a way.
Oh, I remember you told me that a while back. He does have that physical. He's not gonna blow you away with a lot of he's not gonna blow you away with a lot of athleticism, no
Right,
wild plays, but
right.
he looks like that guy who is strong. He's physical. And he has a
Mhm.
little bit of speed on him. Don't let that fool you. He got a little bit of speed on him, and he can bend around the corner. Like I said, if you guys don't know, man, he went head to head to the two guys that we drafted in the first round. Those guys were going at it in the Senior Bowl. Those guys were going. They was going at it the Senior Bowl, man, and that's
Yeah,
why, like Dan Quinn, he saw that guy and he wanted him on he wanted the Falcons. He wanted. I'm about to say Jared Allen, but he wanted John Kaminsky, man. But he wanted John Kaminsky. He saw what he had in him, and I think honestly, like you said, I think this is going to be a completely different defense for the
right.
Falcons. I don't think we're going to see the same soft team defense that get pushed around. I think we got that mentality. You got
Mhm.
that Marlon Davidson
Yeah,
and Tack. When Tack mind is right, when Tack mind
yeah,
is right, he can be a bully also. He
right.
can be a bully also. So it's all about his mentality with Tack, man.
But the thing is, he gets like I said, if he ain't winning, he's off
Hmm.
his just like that. and you can
Mm-hmm.
see it. Like I said, he's a lot better than Vic Beasley was. You know, Vic Beasley usually be on the ground, so that's why I got rid of
Mm-hmm.
that most. But
Hey man,
but but I would like to see Tad McKinley. I want to see another move. Like I said, the bull rush is fine, but you gotta you gotta do something else.
it got to be something else, man. I don't. A lot of people. I've said this over and over again, and I don't know how many times I gotta keep saying this over and over again. People think I'm just Vic Beasley's number one fan. I've never said I was his number one fan. I've always stated that I am his number one supporter. Being a fan of a guy and being a supporter of the guy are two totally different concepts. Let me explain why I say I'm his supporter. Because you got,
Okay.
and we know that Dan Quinn did not use that guy properly. He did not use Vic Beasley the proper way. The guy is not a defensive end. He's
Right.
not a defensive end. He's a 3-4 outside linebacker. And the Falcons were playing him out of position. So you got a
Exactly.
player that who's smaller. He's smaller. His build is smaller. And you got him playing against guys like Caleb McGarry, who was 6'8", 330 pounds. Bro, what the hell? What do you expect is going to happen? What
He
the
gonna
hell
eat
is
dirt.
going to happen?
He
You know
gonna
what
eat
I'm
dirt.
saying? He going to eat
Exactly.
it on several
Exactly.
on several occasions, on several plays. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like I said, I don't. I think we got to get out of the. We got to get out of that. There's a huge and stay with me on this when I say this, man.
Okay.
A lot of Falcons fans, I think we get too caught up on fan favorites. We get way too caught up in fan favorites where we just don't like Vic. We don't like Matt Ryan. We don't like Desmond Trufant. We don't like a person, and we don't want to see them succeed. So we just make excuses for guys like Tack who ain't did a damn thing. Tack ain't did shit. All right. Let's just
Yeah.
be honest. What the hell has Tack ever done to garner any type of respect?
Well, curse at the draft. That's about it. That's all I can think of. Find, find me later. Yeah. Well,
Find me later. That's what I'm saying.
exactly.
That's it. That's all he's ever done.
But you hit on a good point though, like you said with the fan favorites. Well, like you said, when a lot of people say they don't like Matt Ryan and such like that, but you don't explain why. Because a lot of people don't like Matt Ryan. Let's just be honest. He's not Michael Vick. Let's just be
Hmm.
real honest about that. See, Michael Vick was that he was box office. So they made you want to go see him. Matt Ryan's not box office, but he put the numbers up. And Desmond Trufant, he had his moments and he had some cringy moments too. But
Yo,
let's be honest. Every player's gonna have bad moments and good moments.
uh, yeah, man. That being in at the end of the game, where he's standing there in the locker room and his hand is against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bad moment for Vic Beasley. That image, that's gonna be an image of his career for the rest of his career. Like
Yeah,
essentially, what it looks like, you quit on the team.
yeah,
You quit on the team. You can't quit on the team. As much as I dislike Tech and his antics, Vic quit on the team. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't want to put all the blame on, just say is his lack of effort. But when you got a coach that is not putting you in the right position where you can succeed, it's like you, Kevin. You a lefty. All right, you a lefty. But you got the damn coach up, you shoot with my right hand. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna break motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
right. Like I said, when Raheem Morris and Jeff Ulbrich took over, you kind of see a lot of the players started fitting into them roles, and you start seeing Vic
Mm-hmm.
Beasley being who he can be. Because let's be honest, they would use him like Croy Bierman, and that was not going to work either.
Ooh, boy, you brought up a name
You,
there, Crook.
you remember that? He was
Woo.
dropping like I said, you had that boy dropping back for no reason, can't cover. You got him playing the flats, he can't cover. Do what he do best, just let him stand up and just run. But like I said, his problem was he didn't take it serious. Dwight Freeney was there,
Oh, he
15
got
sacks,
yeah. That's it.
spin moves,
That's
spin
it.
cycles. That's
He,
what I say.
that's it. Dwight Freeney came, man. He turned Vic into a completely different. He was a completely different person. He was a completely different player. He was
Right.
motivated. You got to motivate, and sometimes too. Sometimes the players just they have to be motivated. You got to put that added pressure on
Yeah.
them. And Vic Beasley, for whatever reason, when he's under the most pressure, he plays best. So, like,
Exactly.
hope I hope he does well in Tennessee, man. And man, um,
See, but the problem with Tennessee is gonna be Jarrell Casey ain't there. So they don't
yeah,
really have somebody that can really take the pressure
pressure off
for
him. Hmm.
it. Because they're gonna look at him and say, okay, yes, he has the potential to get 15 sacks, but he's also the potential to get 3 sacks a season.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah,
you know, so like I said, you just preparing for the worst. Like I said, I like Vic Beasley. I liked him coming out. I like I said, I was one of the ones I liked him too
hmm,
because I saw the speed rush, but it's just the fact that you had opportunities. You had Von Miller, you had Chuck Smith to work on your game, and we didn't see it. You after that 15 sack season, you thought you was the shit, and that's
and
about
he came crashing down, boy. It came crashing down quick, man. The fans, he couldn't take that pressure. He couldn't take that heat.
it.
He couldn't
Nah.
take the heat.
Especially after the fans wanted Todd Gurley that year too.
Woo! I forgot all about that. Damn, boy.
Yeah,
Like I said, I see. I told y'all, man. This dude, you talk about some history. Like
no time,
Kevin, man.
no time. Exactly. Like I said, we got Todd Gurley now, but like I said, fresh Todd Gurley would have been something else serious, and that's
Ooh,
where a
man.
lot of people.
Matt
That's why a lot.
Riley, Jones. Whew, my God.
Hmm. So it's just like saying like we were talking about earlier about how Calvin Johnson. You remember you said Calvin Johnson said he wished the Falcons would have drafted him. What's up with all this coming out now?
Bro, that's like why everybody always want to play for the Falcons. You know what I'm
But when
saying?
the chance is there, you don't want to come to the Falcons. Like
You got
what you want?
that's what I'm saying. Like, come on. You gotta give it like y'all had all the chances to come to Atlanta, but when you retire, you want to tell everybody you wanted to come to Atlanta. Like, come on, man.
That's like paying for a prostitute and then you get her and all you want is a hug. Really? Get out of here. I like Calvin Johnson. Look at the socks. I like
Hey,
Calvin Johnson. But
look at the
but
socks. Look at the socks.
look at the socks.
Socks. Oh man. Hey man. Hey, that's the truth though, man. That's the truth. And that story, man, I don't even
I
I
don't
hate
get it.
I hate seeing that stuff. I hate seeing stuff like that, man. Because like you
Yeah.
said, he could have just
It
he
opens
could
wounds.
have signed it. He could have not signed the contract. And he could have been a free agent after a couple of years. They may have franchised tag him, but eventually he could have not signed a contract. But he signed the contract and he
Exactly.
was he did it to himself. Like a lot of
Exactly.
these players did it to himself. They have rights,
Hmm.
but a lot of them they just let the money, especially guys who are like Calvin Johnson. They have pull. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? He didn't have to sign that contract. He could have easily forced his way out of Detroit, but he didn't do that. He wanted to be loyal. He wanted to play for that team, and he did what he did.
And they went to the playoffs once and had a winning season. You still got that on your resume.
Mm, I don't
And
know.
And I know Barry Sanders. I know that's like a sour taste in this mouth too that they didn't win that much. Same scenario.
Yeah, I'm kind of speechless on that one, man. Hey, man, let's talk about the linebackers, man. I know you got some interesting things to say about the linebackers. Me personally, I think this linebacking group is probably the most underrated group on the team. It's each position. I know a lot of people have a lot of um they have a lot of question marks for the secondary. But one thing I don't think the linebacker and one player is getting enough credit for what he is.
Boy,
And
yeah,
like I said, we've seen the moves that they made on the defensive line.
right.
Jones is not getting the proper respect that he's due. This dude, when he has a defensive line that can prevent him from getting touched by offensive linemen, he's
Hmm.
one of the best. You saw it last. You saw at the end of the year, Deion Jones was flying all over the field,
Right.
and people act like he's just not one of the best middle linebackers in the game. He's still that. Y'all
Yeah.
saw the six. That dude
And
can. That dude is a monster. He's a monster, man. So I think the Falcons linebacker and Foye Olakun is no scrub himself. So let me know what you think about the linebackers, man.
Deion Jones, that's one of my favorite players right there. I like his game. Like I said, he's basically a safety playing linebacker.
Hmm.
And like you said, looking like Brian Urlacher out there.
You know, man, that's a very good comparison because a lot of people think Urlacher was just tough, gritty linebacker. Like
That motherfucker was fast.
that dude was fast as hell. He was
Yeah,
a bigger version of Deion Jones. That's what he was.
you got to remember, Urlacher was a safety in college, so you know that's where that speed comes.
That's it. That's it. That's
Yeah,
exactly it.
but Dion, but
Hmm.
he's the best linebacker in the division right now.
Hmm. Easy.
Easy.
That's what I say, man. That's what I say. They sleeping on Deion Jones, man. Like I said, I don't think any linebacker will tell you, man, if they don't have the proper time to do what they do, these guys about 220, 250, middle linebacker. If you got a 300-pound guy coming at you, you only got two. You really ain't got but one thing to do: try to run to get the hell out of his way. What you gonna do with a 300-pound lineman coming at you full speed, and your defensive line can't get any pressure? Your defensive line can't keep. They can't command double team.
Right.
That's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to have a sumo wrestler on a defensive back. You know what I'm saying? That's not supposed to happen.
Got big old Yokozuna eating your ass up like some damn.
That's it. Yokozuna.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Like I said, and I think that's where Marlon, the Davidson boy, is gonna come in at. Keep them bodies off of him.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, and I know this is about to be the next topic, but I think our secondary is about to be something serious this year.
Oh my God, man! See, this is
From my from what I see, because like I said, and I know a lot of people gonna be talking trash about Isaiah Oliver. He's got a
Mhm.
long way to go.
man. Oh my God, glad
He
you
got a
brought
long
that.
way to go. But like I said, Kendall Sheffield is a gamer. He's a gamer. I
What do you
see it.
like most about it? What you like most about Kendall Sheffield?
Not only does he got the, but like I said, if you actually look at him and the way he plays, he's not scared.
Mm,
He ain't
that
scared.
fear doesn't have that fear.
Right.
Doesn't have that fear.
He doesn't have the fear. Like I said, speed kills, but like I said, you gotta have the will and want to goddamn win.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, hopefully, like I said, Isaiah Oliver can do a lot better. like I said, he's physical enough, but it's like the only thing that's really holding him back, he has to get it up here,
Yeah,
the
that's
eye.
it. Hmm.
That's it. That's the only thing holding him back. Then, like I said, Ricardo Allen and KZ, yeah, Keanu Neal coming back.
That's a
So
lot. That's a lot of players in the secondary. You can run a lot of different coverages. You can do a lot of things with their abilities. Like each player have different ability. That's what make this team so dangerous to me. And I know a lot of people they can't see it right now because of ESPN and Fox. They run everything right now, so they're not gonna really look at these guys thoroughly and their abilities thoroughly. But when you
right,
look at Carter Allen, he's smart, intelligent. He can play both safety spots. He can play both safety spots, so he can
he,
spell.
he's a better strong safety than he is, and that's scary.
You hear that, people? You hear that? I've been saying this all the time. We've been saying this all the time. He's a better strong safety because his instincts for strong safety is his abilities as far as strong safety. Well, strong safety, what you need to be able to do is react fast, quick, and decisive.
Yeah,
And he is intelligent and he can break on balls. Not only can he break on balls, but Ricardo Allen, what he does best is he puts everyone in position. So not only do you have a middle linebacker who can put guys in position, but you have a strong safety who's also an extension of the linebacker group. So you got an intelligent, strong safety, Ricardo Allen, who's probably one of the most smartest guys in football because he wants to coach and he wants to be an offensive coach.
and I
So he
always say
knows
it like,
both sides of the ball.
and I
He
always say
knows
it like
both
this.
sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm. Hey, like I said, not bad for somebody that almost didn't make the team.
Hmm. That's it, man. And that's like I said. I always have respect for Ricardo Allen. Um, like you said, man. The Falcons have so many different pieces in the secondary, and that's what's really scary to me. People look at Isaiah Oliver and say, doesn't do this, and he doesn't have the athleticism to do this or that. We don't need him to do that. That's why you got Kenny Sheffield. That's why you got Jordan Miller. That's why you drafted AJ Terrell for those so those guys can do that. Matchups. This is a
Ooh,
game of matchups, chess moves.
I forgot all about Jordan Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
You know.
God, I forgot about.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he ain't got the ball skills, but he got the swag.
Mm-hmm. That's it, man. That's it.
I think, and I think the way that the defense is set up, like I said, they can run that 4-2-5.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, with Deion Buchanan there, and you can
Woo!
interchange him with Keanu Neal. See, like I said, I think Keanu Neal would be better suited as an outside linebacker personally. That way, he ain't got to cover much.
Mm-hmm.
He just run down here and hit somebody. Let him do that.
That's what he does best. Run around, hit
Mhm.
people.
Exactly. Exactly. That's Bam Bam.
Bam, 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 bam.
Bam Bam. Hey, let him hit somebody.
That's it, man. So, um, secondary. Who will be the most improved players and who will be surprise players?
Most improved player. I think most. I think most improved player will definitely be Isaiah Oliver. I know I've been talking trash about him, but I say he'll be improved. And my surprising player is if all this stuff don't go right, I say Jalen Hawkins.
Ooh, wow. I didn't see that one coming. He kind of threw that one at me. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, because the only reason I say it is by looking at like some of the highlights and stuff, and I see it. Like I said, he's basically Keanu Neal, but he can cover. He'll hit you. You
Mm-hmm.
just he ain't gonna hit you as hard,
But right.
but he's an interchangeable secondary piece. Like I said, he can play nickel, he can play safety, and he's a good kick, a good returner too.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of gives you a more versatility in that. Just like DeMonte KZ. KZ give you that versatility too.
Hmm. Yeah.
And like I said, with Raheem Morris calling all this shit, that's the one right there.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, man. That's a perfect segue into it. That's a perfect Raheem Morris, man. He is a DB coach by trade. All right, and I know a lot of people are trying to figure out like why the hell is he coaching wide receivers? Well, you got to train DBs how to guard wide receivers, so it only makes sense as far as that's concerned. But I think what the Falcons, and I've said this, I think the Falcons are going to use a lot of cover two scheme. I think we're going to see cover three, but I think we're going to see a lot more cover two man and a lot of cover two zone. We're going to see a lot of cover two safety. Where you have Ricardo Allen on one side of the field, and you have DeMonte KZ in passing situations, where you won't have to worry about if these guys big enough to get the job done, and that's what a lot of fans are worried about is are they big enough? Well, they don't have to be big enough if use these guys the proper way, put them in position where they can succeed. You take Keanu Neal off the field in passing situation, you put KZ and Allen in there, problem solved. You don't have to worry about it.
But yeah, I agree with you on that. But that's one factor that you didn't take care of. It don't even matter what defense you play. D tackles get that pressure up that middle. You stop anything.
That's it. That's it, man. That's it.
Like I said, they get it because you think about it. You got Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Teddy Bridgewater. What is their one main flaw? If you crash the pocket from the middle,
That's it.
they ain't not effective.
That's it. That's it.
So with Cam Newton gone and Jameis Winston gone, that actually helps the Falcons a lot more.
I think I, I dig that. I dig that. I definitely dig that. Um, I've actually stated this, and I truly believe this. I truly believe this. When you have Dante Fowler Jr., you have Tat McKinley, who's finally in a position where he doesn't have to be the guy to um, he doesn't have to be the tone setter. He doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
to be the tone setter. He has help on the outside, and Dante Fowler Jr. You got another rotation. You got John Kaminsky, who I think is going to be a nice player. You have Stephen Means coming back. He could possibly be a nice piece.
Right.
You got Marlon Davidson, who can play inside and outside. Those are four defensive line, but we've never had four defensive end rotation in a while. We haven't had that. It's always been Tack and Vic, Tack and Vic, Tack and Vic. Who's going to be that third guy? We've never had that outside of. No, I take that back. We only had that one time with Adrian Claiborne, but he left and went to
New
uh,
England.
England. But
Mm-hmm.
outside of that, we've never had a four defensive end rotation. And
I
now
can.
you have a four defensive end rotation.
Huh.
Grady doesn't have to be, excuse me, but Grady doesn't. Grady doesn't have to be the sole pass rusher. He doesn't have. You don't have to put all the pressure on Grady Jarrett to get after the quarterback. Now he has help. Now
Right.
he has that help. You got Tack to do what he does best, and that's get after the quarterback. So you got two players right there, and Tack is when he is on, Tack is an elite pass rusher. When he's on, Tack can get the job done. But it's all
Mm-hmm.
about his mental there. But I truly believe that Grady Jarrett is going to have a 10 sack plus year, man. I think this is the year that we're going to see Grady Jarrett eat. We're going to see the true Grady Jarrett. We're talking about taking that next step. I'm talking about taking that next step to be on Aaron Donald level. What do you think about that, man?
By
Grady freaking Jarrett.
Aaron Donald level,
Mm-hmm.
he can get there. Aaron Donald is
Whole
something
other beast.
else. That's a whole lot of eating right there that he do.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said one name that I forgot to say, and I'm sad that I forgot to say it. That's Dante Fowler Jr.
Fowler
I
Jr.
forgot
Yeah,
all about him.
you forgot all of. You know what I'm saying,
I
boy?
forgot about I forgot about Fowler.
Hey, that's how many players that we got on the defensive side of the ball.
And
You
what
forget
the crazy
that.
and the crazy thing about that is he came out that same draft as Vic Beasley and Todd Gurley.
Oh man, and he was coached by
Yeah,
Dan. He was coached by Dan.
exactly.
So it's going to be easy transition for him. It's going to be
Mhm.
easy transition for him to come in and just come in, know the system, know what Dan Quinn wants, and get after the quarterback. He doesn't have to do much else.
Right,
That's it.
right. I just wish I figured out like what's the reason that he don't play Deidre Sanat.
Oh man, you know what?
I don't know what the situation is with that. I don't know if it's he
I'm
too
still
much
trying
like
to figure
Grady
that
Jarrett.
out.
He too much like Grady Jarrett. They don't want to risk it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
how we forget about another guy too? That guy.
Charles Harris. Oh shit!
Boy, you
I
see what I'm
forgot about
saying?
that.
That's a bro.
That's what it's all for, man. We learn, we forget, and we learn. That damn it, that's what we
Man,
do.
golly, this is going to be a nice rotation of players, man. Like seriously, these guys stay healthy. It's going to be a nice rotation of players on the defensive line. Haven't had that in a long time.
I
We
don't think we have
really have.
the best rotation, the best pass rusher rotation I can remember was Abraham and Grady Jackson. And
Oh, whoa,
Ron
whoa, whoa,
Coleman.
whoa,
Ron
whoa,
Coleman. That's
whoa,
about the
whoa, whoa,
last
whoa.
time I can remember.
Yeah, you talking about a real sumo wrestler right there. That's what you talking about. That's the
Hey,
real.
hey, hey, he's the reason why I'm fat right now. I looked up to him.
Hey man,
Fuck
real
it.
talk, that dude, man, that dude can sit. He can stand in that. He can stand in the middle, and you can move that dude like that. Grady Jackson was the truth, man. That dude was going around from team to team because like he got the job done. But yeah, man, I
Oh,
don't.
you remember who was bigger than him at that time too, huh? Big Ted Washington.
Woo! It's like this boy going back in the day. God.
Yes, yeah. That was back then when that was back then when you needed
Yo,
size.
man. Oh my God. Oh man, I forgot all about. Golly, bro. You talking about Ted Washington, Grady Jack? Oh, man, like that. That was a nice. That was a nice little whew, defensive tackle. Like I know a lot of people don't. They don't remember. Um, it was three defensive tackles during that time who was really going from team to team and like really being that nose tackle that you need to stuff the run.
Sam Adams. Sam Adams.
No, no, it's four. I got another one. The
Huh.
greatest defense, or what I call the greatest defense of all time. He was in the middle of it. Think about it.
Warren, not Warren Sapp. Um, Booger McFarland.
Oh boy, you're talking about Mr. Tony Siragusa.
Oh, the
Ooh,
goose. The goose. Oh yeah, the goose. That defense was so amazing. That is
man,
crazy.
you're talking about some defense, man. Like I said, I love defense. I can do on go on defense all day long, all night long. But I think a lot of people just like honestly, man. This is probably the first time I'm actually proud of the Atlanta Falcons. This is the first time from both sides of the ball, as what I'm speaking. Both sides of the ball, I am actually proud of what this team has done. This is the first time when I look at Thomas Dimitrov, he's done everything that we asked him to do. You asked him to go get a first rounder. You asked him to go to trade up and get some talent. He got the talent. You asked him to bring in free agents and spend money on free agent defensive linemen that was actually good at some point. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? He's
He done
done everything that he's got depth. That's something that we haven't had on the defensive side of the ball. Even in
that.
2016, we were not a deep team. That was
Yeah.
not one key injury could have taken us completely
Mhm.
out of the Super Bowl, out of it, out of the run. This is the first time the Falcons have ever had this amount. Bro, we forgot about we had. Anytime you
AJ
forget about
Terrell.
Dante Fowler Jr., you got some depth, dog.
Yeah, that belt. Hmm. Yeah, Demetri, I know that ass is on the line.
Hey, he had no choice. No choice. No
See that?
choice. But
He'll be bagging groceries at Walmart. Got there, you gotta go good. You got. Like I said, he give you the list, boy. You gotta shop right. Like I said, this ain't Whole. Like I said, you shop at Whole Foods or you can shop at Walmart. He went to Whole
Mhm.
Foods.
But you brought up a good point with DJ Sanat, man. I'm still trying to figure out like you don't want to trade him, you don't want to give him playing time. What's the problem? Like this, I don't know what's the issue. I'm like, this is the first time that I'm puzzled. I don't know what to do. I'm like, what do we if he comes back and he is a decent player? If he's just a decent player, the depth on that defensive line is even deeper. Like I said, this is the first time that I've actually been proud of the on both sides of the ball as far as depth is concerned. Like this team has. You look at the wide receivers. We haven't even been on the offensive side of the ball. We're talking about the wide receivers. I told people today. I've been telling people all week, bro. What if Calvin really takes that next step to be an elite wide receiver? This offense is fucking in you cannot defend this team when you have a fucking monster in Julio Jones and you got another receiver who has the capability to be an elite receiver himself. Have you guys seen? Look, bro, I got a man crush on Calvin. Really, I ain't look, man. If you guys have seen my shit on Twitter, I mean every goddamn, I mean every word that I said. I mean every word that I said. That dude right there looking mighty pretty right now. Them fucking routes that he running, can't nobody
Mm-hmm.
tell me this dude is not an elite route runner. Look at the clips on. You can go right now, Matt My Sports. Go to Twitter and look at the routes that Calvin really is running.
Yeah, the routes he was running, boy.
He looking better than who? I never thought I would see a guy that was closer, if not better than running routes than Julio Jones. And Julio Jones is the absolute perfect receiver. But when you look at Calvin Ridley, bro, if that dude takes the next step, if that dude takes the next step in becoming an elite, this offense is unstoppable. And this is the first time, like I said, I've never been so proud of a Thomas Dimitroff team than I am right now. Dan Quinn has no fucking excuses right now. He has zero excuses. None. You have everything that you want. Get this shit done. What do you think about on the offensive side of the ball, man? What do you see the strengths and what are you looking forward to most?
Strength. You gotta say the number one strength right now is the wide receiver core. I saw them clips you were talking about with Calvin Ridley. Yeah, my ACLs
Woo!
got torn looking at that.
Woo! Boy, bro, look, man. I thought I was gonna break my look. I feel sorry for dude with them ankles, bro. Them ankles.
He
You know,
retired. He retired from football. You know that, right?
man, them ankles was gone, boy. Them ankles was gone, bro. Like, look, man. Like I said, I'm making no bones about it, man. I got a man crush on Calvin, really, dog. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I saw, like I said, I'm I look at the small, intricate details of football. That's what I love most. And route running, I don't care about speed. I don't care about hands. If you can run routes, not only does that open up lanes for you, but it open up lanes for everyone else. Because you can't leave a Calvin really one on one with nobody. You can't leave Calvin really one
Right.
on one with nobody, especially when you have a Julio Jones next to him. You don't want to leave Calvin really on one with nobody when he breaking ankles like that. What are you going to do? Who are you going to defend? Calvin or Julio?
I agree. Hey, there's two things you left out too.
I, go ahead. I already know where you're going.
You want
Go.
you want you want you want to see
Go
where I'm
ahead.
going with
I
this?
know where you're going. I know where you're going. Go ahead.
Chris Lynch. That's one.
Woo.
Chris Lynch. Because when you saw when he came back,
Mm-hmm.
you see how different the offense was when he came back.
Yeah, that was a completely different offense and offensive line, man.
You
They
don't
were
get beat often. And then like you said, this is another part of that part one. Caleb McGarity. Those two boys wasn't scared.
mm-hmm.
I seen Lindstrom go against Aaron Donald. He wasn't scared. He
Boy,
wasn't scared.
he wasn't scared.
You wasn't scared. Like I said, you gonna get beat. That's if you a rookie. You gonna get beat. But as long as you ain't scared, McGarity wasn't scared. I seen the Cameron Jordan footage. I seen he had a frustrated.
Ooh, boy. Yeah.
I seen
You put that look, that Cameron Jordan is an elite pass rusher, and
he's
he
an
made
elite
him look
passer.
silly. He made him
Right,
look silly, dog.
right. Like I said, and then the second point I want to make is Todd Gurley's pass protection.
Ooh, the pass
He was
protection.
like I said, if his pass protection is as good as it was, because like I said, the Rams ran nothing but play action all day, so he ain't had no choice but to
Mm-hmm.
pass protect with that garbage ass
True that.
quarterback out there.
Hey man, that dude is straight garbage, man. Look, man, I try
He
to
looked
tell
like
people, oh,
he looked like Jay Fromm out there.
hey man, look, hey man,
Like I say, that's not a shot at Georgia or nothing, but I'm just saying from what I
hey,
seen that
look,
Jay Fromm got noodle arm. He's worse than Chad Pennington. He got a
hey
noodle
man,
arm.
you ain't gonna get an argument from me, man. I can't stand Jake Fromm, so you all good. You all good with me.
And then somebody see it, Falcon said, yeah, Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst.
Ooh, yeah.
Hayden Hurst should eat this year. Hell, I want to see Jaden Graham goddamn eat this year too.
hmm hmm this is a deep. This is the first. Like I said, you even I know there's another guy that we're leaving out. Also, I think he's gonna. I think it's two guys on the
Yeah,
offense side. I think
you
it's
want me to
gonna be
try to
two guys. Hmm.
I'm gonna try.
Go
I
ahead.
think Brian Hill is one of them. And let me see, the other one would be Russell Gage.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Russell Gage, man. A lot of people are not paying him any type of attention, man. They're not paying him any type of attention. You got to give that boy his credit, man. Like you got to give that guy one on one with a third corner or fourth corner. Russell Gage, that boy, athletic, man. That boy is athletic.
Like I said,
He to be a problem.
yeah, I agree. Like I said, he may not be the fastest like you might want as a slot, but
Mm-hmm.
it's couple catches that he had last year. You know, he ain't
Woo.
scared.
Boy, boy, boy. Woo.
He ain't scared. He is not Harry Douglas. He is not scared.
None at all.
He ain't scared.
Mm-mm.
And like I said, that goes back to what you said about the mentality of this team gonna be different. Like I said, I see it. You like I said, you got a lot of thugs out there.
Oh, that's the key word, man.
You got a lot of head busters out there. You
Mm-hmm.
want them head busters out there. That's the only way you gonna win. You can't be Charmin soft out there. You got
Mm-hmm.
you got to be a head buster.
You got to. That's the thing, man. And I think that's one. I think that's one um key element to the Falcons that we've been missing on not only the defensive side of the ball but offensively. We can't get those. We can't get those short yardage. We can't get in the end zone. We have no problem getting to the red zone. We have a problem finishing. You can't finish. We can't finish at all. And if you can't finish, if you can't finish, what what are you gonna what are you like? If you can't finish, you're gonna need a dominant defense.
Right.
You're gonna need a dominant defense to
To
give
alleviate
you
the pressure of
a couple more
offense and
extra. Yeah,
score.
you're gonna need a couple more extra um, possessions on the offensive side of the ball.
Mhm.
Um, you got to get turnovers. You got to get those third down stops, and when you don't have a strong defense to give you those extra possessions on the offense on the defense for the offense,
Mhm.
that's going to lead to problems, and that's what the Falcons have always. And this is another thing. This is another thing that drives me absolutely crazy when it comes down to people and and their criticism for Matt Ryan. And I'm just gonna be honest, man. I think Tom Brady is probably one of the most overrated quarterbacks of all time. Why do I say that? Why do I say that? Because when you look at and look, they probably call me crazy as hell right now, but look, man, I'm a football. I look at every small detail of football. I just don't speak out, just say some crazy shit. Just everything that I'm saying is going to be backed up. Reason why I say Tom Brady is one of the most overrated quarterbacks. Not to say he isn't good. He's a good quarterback, but I think he's highly overrated for what people call him the GOAT. It's no GOAT. He's always had a coach that understands the small, intricate details of football. Third and one. You know when the Patriots need that 1 yard, what they do? They bring
Right.
in that jumbo pack. They bring in that jumbo package. They bring in. Oh, you remember Blunt? Blunt.
Let's hear Blunt.
Him.
Hmm.
They 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 facet their team. They have every facet of football down to an art and a science. When you need someone to take the ball over, you got a defensive back who can make plays on the ball. You saw that with Butler, Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl. If you need a kicker who can make kicks,
Adam
Stosky, whatever
Vinatieri.
his name is,
Don't
he
forget Adam. Don't forget Adam Vinatieri.
that's what I'm saying. That's it. They've always had every detail, a small detail of football figured out. They've always had that. Tom Brady has always benefited from a great coach. He's always benefited from a timely defense, an offensive coordinator who knows how to call the correct plays in the right situations. Time management. Time management lost us the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the reasons why I say it's like the Falcons clean up time management. The Falcons coaches get better. This team is this team is really, really, really is gonna it's gonna open a lot of people's eyes, man. You ain't got to say nothing about the Tom Brady. I'll stand on that. I'll stand on that. I stand on Tom Brady being one of the most overrated quarterbacks of all time. Like I said, I'm not saying that he sucks, but I think they give him way too much credit for those 6 Super Bowls than what he's actually due.
You want my real opinion on it?
Go ahead. You know how we do it here.
Think about the 2008 season when they didn't have Tom Brady. What does that tell you?
Mm, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's
Like I
it.
said, it's a West Coast offense. Two-step drop. Boom, boom, boom.
Hmm.
Like I said, and then like I said, you always had the defense. Like I said, he's a good quarterback. He's an opportunistic quarterback.
Hmm.
And had a lot of breaks.
A lot of breaks.
Their first Super Bowl, they shouldn't even win. That should have been Oakland, first of all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the last Super Bowl that they won when they played Kansas City in the playoffs, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that roughing the passer call? There's a lot of breaks. Like
A
I said,
lot.
I give him his credit. Like I said, he wins when he wins. That he got it right there.
Hmm.
But you breathe on him, you getting ejected.
Yo, man, that's what I'm saying, man. You breathe on this dude, you can't touch him. You fall by his. I've seen players literally fall by his leg and get a flag thrown at him. They didn't
Right.
even touch the guy, and he.
He's he's the golden goose. That's who that's what the NFL want. They want the golden goose. Like I said, you had Peyton Manning for so long, Robotron looking ass motherfucker. But back to my point.
Hey man, you gonna stay on my? That's my goat, man. That's my goat. I
I
love.
like Peyton Manning too, but goddamn boy, his head look like a look like look like Frankenstein. Let me just say that.
Hey,
He look,
hey
he
man,
look like Herman Monster.
hey man, hey, hey man, you right? That guy said Herman Monster. That man said Herman Monster. Oh man.
But like I said, Brady, like I said, if you look at the system that they play, like I said, it's every quarterback that has played for Tom Brady, even when he was suspended, did well. So is Tom Brady really successful because of Tom Brady or Bill Belichick? Or is Bill Belichick successful because of Tom Brady?
Hmm.
We about to find out this year who really was the driving force of that dynasty. Because like I said, Tom Brady got the most weapons he done had in one collective unit in a long time. But if he can't
Hmm.
do nothing with it,
We
what that's
know
gonna
what
say?
happened. We already know. We know exactly what's happening.
So, like I said, that's how I feel about Tom Brady. Tom Brady can kick rocks for all I care.
Hey man, I can't like man. I can't stand cheaters, man. I can't stand people like I said. I never say he's not a good quarterback because that's just not true. It's not true. He's a good quarterback, but I always go back to you know you got one quarterback that he's belittled because he has one of the greatest, if not the. I always say Julio Jones is the most talented receiver I've ever seen in my life, and that came not didn't come out of my mouth. That came out of Jerry Rice's mouth. Jerry Rice said he's the most complete receiver he's ever seen in his life, and he played with To. To was a complete receiver. Forget the off the field stuff, but To that was nothing To couldn't do. And Julio is bigger, faster, more intelligent, and he's not a diva. He's not a diva. And bruh, I've never seen a DB control Julio Jones. I'm talking about control him an entire game. I've never seen that. The best of the best can't hold Julio Jones. Never. I've never seen that.
And the crazy thing is, he only played 60% of the snaps.
60%. And he putting up
So
what 1,600 yards every year.
he only played between 60 to 70% of the snaps, bro. He don't play all of them. So you're really not really seeing the full Julio Jones
And
for a
that's
complete
crazy.
game.
That's crazy.
Like I said, like I said, anybody that said Matt Ryan is only good because of Julio Jones, hell shit. Motherfucker, Mike Glennon would be good with Julio Jones. Shit, you just got to throw it to him.
Hey,
I,
Mike Glenn.
I thought Mark Sanchez butt fumble ass in there. He'll be good. Like I
See,
said, like I said, if you look at all the top quarterbacks ever, somebody gonna have a number one receiver. It like I said, it doesn't mean you automatically gonna win the Super Bowl, but like I said, you look at Joe Montana, he had Jerry Rice and John Taylor,
mm-hmm,
Dwight Clark, Roger Craig. So he had a complete team too.
mm-hmm.
Look at John Elway. You got Ed McCaffrey. You got Rod Smith, Shannon Sharp, Terrell Davis. Hell, like I said, you even throw Jim Kelly in there. Jim Kelly,
Jim Kelly. Yep, you can say
Andre,
he had
Andre,
Andre Reed. Andre
Andre
Reed. That's the,
beat.
that's one thing that always drives me nuts when people say that a quarterback is only, Matt Ryan is only good because of Julio, because of Tony Gonzalez and Roddy White. Like, people
You know what?
forgot White was on his way out of the league. The way he was playing, he was out of the league before Matt Ryan showed up.
You know what? You know what I tell them folks. You know what I tell them folks that say that.
Hmm.
Do you want Julio Jones? What they tell me. Hell yeah, I want Julio. Exactly.
Oh, you got that right. You got.
Exactly. If you got the best receiver in the league, aren't you going to be better? See, don't think just because, like I said, Tom Brady's an anomaly,
Hmm.
but he's always had good receivers.
Hmm.
Troy Brown, Kevin
Troy,
Falk.
even Troy Aikman, man. Troy Aikman had Michael Irvin. Know what I'm saying? It's like I don't. I never understood why people say he's only good because of like a receiver. It's like, isn't the objective is to get as many good players as you possibly can?
Of course, that's what you want. You like I said, you got to put the best team out there any way you can.
Hmm. Regardless, regardless of the fact.
Because like I said, if that's the case, if you will say that, like I said, you'll say guys like Joe Montana's only good because of Jerry Rice. Troy Aikman's only good because of Michael Irvin. So you can't, like I said, if you're going to use that for one quarterback, you got to use that same thing for
Oh
all
yeah.
quarterbacks.
All of them. All of them.
Dante Culpepper had Randy Moss. Where you going?
Oh, we forgot about that. We forgot about that. Hell, even Randy Cunningham had Chris Carter, man.
Chris Carter. Eli Manning had Odell Beckham. Like I said,
It's
you
always,
got
it's always.
exactly, exactly. That's why
Hmm. You got what's his name? Dang, what's that boy? Chris Hogan or something like that. I forgot his name. Chris Hogan. Yeah, he came out. He came out of absolute nowhere, man. Yeah, he came out absolute nowhere. And basically, yeah. But Chris Hogan, he came out of absolute nowhere, man, and he became a pretty good. Yeah, he became a pretty good receiver for the most part. So it's like, I know a lot of people, love to put down Matt Ryan as far as him having players and whatnot, but it's like we've always had every quarterback has always had the benefit of having a top receiver, man. So if anybody say that this guy or that guy is only good because he had Julio Jones, like that only works here to belittle and demean Matt Ryan for what he's always been, man. Matt Ryan is without a doubt one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. And like I said, I didn't get to see a lot of older quarterbacks, but like this guy is truly Matt Ryan is truly a blessing, and I don't think a lot of Falcons fans will understand that until we finally get towards the end of his career, and we're gonna cry. I don't know if a lot of you guys have actually seen Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner is another one. Kurt Warner is another one of those guys um, who came in and had Marshall Falk. He had Marshall Falk. He had uh, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce. Those guys were absolute. Those guys were some players, man. Those guys were some absolute players. So when it come down to it, man, Jesus, like I never understood why players would put down quarterbacks because they had elite talent. I thought that was the objective of everything is to have some of the best players and whatnot. And when it comes down to it, man, I think Matt Ryan, if the Falcons continue to go the route that they've gone as far as acquiring talent and improving with the defensive side of the ball. The defensive side of the ball, getting more depth on the defensive side of the ball, and also Coaching. If coaching improves, the coaching gets to a point where um, the coaching gets to where they know how to put players in the right position to succeed. That's what Dan Quinn, and not just Dan Quinn, but the offensive side of the ball also, they get to a point where they can put the players in the place where they can succeed and do what they do best. So that anybody you can have the most talent, um, you can have the most talent out there, but if you don't have the coach to maximize those talent, like we seen in the Super Bowl this past year, Kyle Shanahan, them
Right.
dudes got an elite running game.
Mm-hmm.
Elite running game. They had some nice receivers. Debo Samuel, like man, those guys were playing. Those some pretty good receivers. You know what I'm saying? And they weren't put in a position where they can succeed. So when a coach can put the player in position to succeed, doesn't matter if you have Julio Jones. If you running slants with Julio Jones all game long, guess what? You're not getting the most out of Julio Jones. You know what I'm saying? So a coach has got to do the best to get the best out of and they got to do their job to get the best out of their players, man. And see, that's why I say the thing. The coaching is going to have to take another step, man. They got to get better.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, somebody said show some special team love. Oh yeah, young. Like I said, young way cool.
Yeah.
Step in when we needed them. I
Mm-hmm.
give them on that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I think, cause personally, special teams is one of the most important parts of the game that
Yes.
nobody talks about.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I ain't just talking about no kick returns neither.
Mm-hmm.
If your opponent can't, like I said, they can't switch field position.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You gotta have that. You gotta have that, man. You gotta have that. You gotta have that special team. So, one more thing before we get out of here, man. I gotta get your predictions. I gotta get your predictions. Where do you see the Falcons ending up at the end of the season? What's the record? Like, what are you looking most forward to as well as the record?
Record 9-7. Because it's kind of a tougher schedule this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, with the mental transition, that's where the bottom is for me is 9-7. Especially now that the NFL then added the new rule where you got one more playoff team, so 9-7 is
Yeah.
not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see them go 12-4 at least, but like I said, I got to keep it real. About nine and
Gotta
seven.
keep it real. Yeah.
But
So,
I also want to see the defense take the step up and get back in that top 10 like they was a couple years ago.
mm-hmm.
I want to see the offense be the offense of old. Like I said, the formula is there, but if they don't stay healthy or the coaching staff don't
Oh,
put the shit game right, Quinn and Dimitrov is going out the bankhead somewhere.
pew, roll around. Pew. Let's
Exactly.
go.
Exactly.
Go.
Acme Product's gonna be stopping them though.
But yeah, that's why I see. Um, like I said, I think the bottom for this team is 9-7. I think we have enough talent to be over 500. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I think 12-4 is the ceiling and 9-7 is the bottom.
Yeah.
Anywhere in between, if you go 12-4, essentially what you've done is just the coaches have done their job with their 12-4. If they're 9-7, the coaches wasn't enough to to kind of get the talent over because the Falcons have the talent. We've never had an issue with talent. It's always trying to get those guys off, you know, the coaches, really, just to get the coaches. Coaches got to put these players in position to succeed, man, and players got to execute on top of it. So when it comes down to it, man, um, just a wait to see. It's really just a wait and see.
That's
So
all we can do.
That's all we can do. So I appreciate you, man, for tuning in, man. Good gracious, boy. I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't know. This is like I said. This is the first time I've actually been excited about this team on both sides of the ball. Even special teams, I think they have a couple of guys who can be returners, and the Falcons haven't had decent returners in God knows how long. And you have a punter. He is kind of questionable because you really don't know much about him. Uh,
Right.
he got to be better than Matt Bosher, aging Matt Bosher at this point.
Oh,
As far as strong leg,
talking about broke leg Matt Marshall.
broke leg Matt Bosher. Man, yeah, he can't be worse than that. He can't be possibly worse than him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm looking up. I think I'm really looking up. This, like I said, this is the first time that I've been satisfied with Thomas Dimitrov and Dan Quinn, along with Raheem Morris. And Raheem Morris, Jeff Ulbrich, those guys are coming together. And I always say this too, man. And like I said, I think a lot of people give Dan Quinn a lot of crap, but this guy is essentially a first year quarterback. Like this is his first time as an NFL quarterback, but a coach, and he's learning on the job. Bill Belichick got fired his first time as a head coach, so
Cleveland
I think the expectations for Dan Quinn's are a lot higher because he went to the Super Bowl in his first, it was second
in the
year.
first.
Yeah, it was his
Yeah, second
second
year.
year, second year, but he was 8-8 his first year. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And like the expectation for him was high, and we gotta get back down to earth. And I think that's what happened when Arthur Blank decided to bring them back. This is his first year, man. We gotta let this guy make mistakes because he could very well be a great coach. We don't know that unless we give him the tools to be, and that's players and coaches. We got to get good coaches in. We got to get good players in. And this is the first time that I've been happy about where the coaching and the players are in a long time. So if that's it, man, that's it. That's it for you?
Well, I'll say one thing, like you said about the expectation, and I think they gonna benefit this year because the expectation is so low, not only just from the fan base but from the
Hmm.
national spotlight.
Hmm.
So now they don't have to worry about that expectation because we
Hmm.
know this team is one of the best teams in the league.
Hmm.
Like you said, coaching, time management, situation management has killed this team for years.
Hmm. And that's it, man. We got to get that time management. We got to get that coaching together for everything to come and succeed. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. We're gonna try to do this again. Kevin definitely gonna get back, and he didn't sound like a rookie. He was he was a little bit timid, but you wouldn't even know. This is his first time really doing a show like this, man. So if y'all guys appreciate what Kevin did, man. Leave your comments, man. If y'all want Kevin to come back, man, let me know. You know, you're always welcome, bro. You know that.
Hey, I'm always here. You just let me know.
All right, man. So
I make sure I have my beer too, so I'll be good.
you got to, man. You got to.
Yeah.
So I appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in, man. We're gonna get out here. If you guys have already subscribed to the channel, Matt Mike Sports, but have a second channel, um, and Strictly Prohibited Network. You guys can head there. Our new goal is 300 subscribers. So come on, man. It don't take but a second to go over. All right, just got your phone. A lot of you guys right now, as soon as you get off of this live stream, go to Strictly Prohibited Network. Go with your phone, get your phone, and go to YouTube. Type Strictly Prohibited Network in. All right, it's the only one there. Subscribe to the channel. All right, we got more. That's where I got more. We got more than sports, not just talking Atlanta Falcons. We talk Dallas Cowboys, NBA, all types of sports. So you guys hold. go over there and we gotta show that champagne conversations. When I tell y'all that show is highly entertaining. All right. And I'm not just saying this because I'm on the network, but those girls are absolutely hilarious. All right. So you guys can check out the latest episode, and I guarantee you, Kevin, those girls are entertaining, right?
Yeah, and if you don't subscribe, Pillar's Price coming out of retirement.
Hey man, we're gonna leave Kevin Payne out. We're gonna leave him out. No.
Oh shit.
No. We're not. Mm-mm.
we
No, we did it
just
right.
gonna leave it at that. We just gonna leave it at that. Just subscribe. That's all I say.
Yeah, we gotta leave
I
him out,
can't believe I said his name. His name is Bard for me.
man. Hey, we can't leave them out of that. Never. No, no, no,
No,
no, no, no, no. No,
no,
no, no, no, no. That the Kembe Mutombo finger. No, 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 no.
no, no, no. But you know, do you know D Way? No, 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 no.
No, 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 no.
Like
So,
Jordan Duncan on his ass.
hey, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. We're going to do this again. But I appreciate everybody for continuously giving me love, man. Showing my boy Kevin some love, man. We appreciate it. We're going to have more Atlanta Falcons talk. Here's Red Cup Rants. We gone, baby. Peace.
Deuces. Yes, sir.